Today is Monday, March 17th, 2025. Happy St. Patrick's Day. More importantly, happy birthday to Quinny 3001 on YouTube. This is So Rare with Laird, episode 1. Hello and welcome into So Rare with Laird. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on So Rare. Episode 1 today. Let's go. And episode 2 is later today. How about that? You're stuck with me right now in about 3 hours. If you're watching this live, I'll be joined by Gator Guy, Yowza, who some of you know is Peter Stoyanov, and M-Pen. Talk about So Rare. That's kind of like what we do, right? So yeah, I'll be honest. I was fully expecting to mess up that intro. I tried something new just now. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's all going to be seeing what happens. I changed the view a little bit here, but I didn't want to go too crazy with everybody, mostly because the rest of the room, it just wasn't working. So we've got this view. There's some different things behind me on the bookshelves, including what looks like some very kind of like, it looks like it just chucked stuff in there. But that's kind of the way I wanted to show how I keep some of my physical cards, which maybe one day we'll go through. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you to everybody for coming in. Rude, Malky, and Rich on the podium. Rich, I feel bad because Rich has these like rocket emojis, but the streaming software I use just wrote rocket red countdown liftoff a couple times. So it doesn't hit the same way, but it does in the live chat if you're in the live chat. So appreciate you guys coming in. Congratulations, Rude, first on the 1th, which I love. So yeah, congratulations on those. Jordan, what's up? Carrie said, why am I excited for this? Can't make it live, but we'll catch up later. So excited you just left. How about that? So we're Samurai, glad to be here for the first stream in the new era. Appreciate that. Stefan, Ricky Lomas, what's up? Daniel said, the more I think about it, the more I see the similarities between this and LeBron taking his talents to South Beach, which coincided with another comment I saw later. Ryan Walter saying the new logo is giving some Miami Vice vibes. The funny thing about that logo, about the logo, which I can bring up somewhere. I mean, you guys can see it kind of on the bottom. I don't know if, I guess that's a left to you. The use of pink, I was not going to use it at first, or at least I was working with Aurelian, who's one of the Sorare data designers, who was generous enough to help me with some of this stuff. And I was using the two blues that you see here are the color palette that I wanted to use. And he designed another one. I think I had one that I was looking at that had like some gold in it, and he changed it to pink. And he's like, the pink is more of like a modern feel, like design wise. And what's funny is that like Miami Vice, while they did kind of redo it, is an old show. And yet here we are saying, the pink is some sort of modern look. I don't know. I like it though. I like pink anyway, so it just feels like it hits. So Rare Soul, what's up? This face looks familiar. Let's see what this new guy has to say about So Rare. We'll see what I have to say. So Rare Cumry, this isn't how I imagine spending my time while on holiday in France. It's definitely not how my wife imagined me spending my time while on holiday in France. Yeesh. I mean, hopefully it's entertaining enough. Holiday in France sounds lovely. I guess it kind of depends where you go, but I mean, it's when you're on holiday, you kind of just can do whatever you want. So like, maybe this is just kind of what you want to do. Fraxy, what's up? Miguel, now you have the So Rare content luck. I hope so. Johannaton, what's up? Mikey Baston, JJ Lane. That's a new one for me, I think. So thanks, JJ, for coming in the live chat. Simo, thank you. Toby, let's begin the new era. That's right. Sean Kennedy, episode 1, let's go. Just Mike it. Tuggy. Brones, Holty in the house. Chris, have you joined the Discord? I wasn't sure if like this was going to be the move that finally got you on the Discord. Anyway, Tom, what's up? Tizai, So Rare Burrow. Agent Cooper, never looked forward to a stream more. I love a rebrand. Wow, that's big. Never once, huh? Big shoes to fill, I guess. Hell yeah, that's a progress bar in the intro. Sorry for those of you who are listening and not watching this, but yeah, there was a progress bar, and I'll say that that's not going to be the last time you see a progress bar. How about that? Mike Callahan, what's up? Alex said going to the gym is fun, right? I went to the gym earlier today, so let's get it, Alex. Let's go. Tuggy, I agree with you that we need more progress bars. Mike Basson said, Laitino for show run, and there's me thinking new brand, new Laird. I wasn't late. I feel like you guys think that the show, well, actually, it did start right at 12 of me. There's like a 5-second delay. I think it's 5 seconds, and it's like 2 seconds on Twitch. I don't know what it is on Twitter. But like if I say I'm going to start at a certain time, I feel like I get the entire minute. And you guys react like I get like it has to be the exact moment that the clock ticks over to whatever hour it is when that occurs. And I feel like that's not fair, but I probably would feel the same way, to be honest. David, what's up? Ian, maybe it's Ian. I always get those mixed up. So apologies, Mr. McMillan. Major NFT. So Josh said, glad we still have the same music. So I thought about changing it, but like I like the music so much that I didn't really want to replace it. It kind of gets a little bump like going, and I like it. I like it. So I didn't want to change it. Nemesis, what's up? Mike Zakarian in the house. Oh, we're doing 2-a-days. Mike, thank you for bringing that up. Do not get used to that. This is not going to become a 2-a-day channel. Okay. And if anything, I would do the second one for all just people who've joined the Patreon. So, but no, there's no plans on doing 2-a-days. Speaking of Mike Zakarian and working a ton, NBA bit back 5 days a week. So how about that? So go check that out over on Mike's channel. Tom said, loving the blueness. Yeah, me too. Me too. Germ, what's up? Oh, Dobbsy, I missed that one. Sorry. Fabio, does it count? Does it count as a podium if they type the message 4 hours ago? It does. It does. Early bird gets the worm. Surface, what's up? Peter Stoyanoff, when 5 ETH stream? I looked at that. Man, if you go back on my channel, how about that? You'll see some old Sorare data videos that looking back now look absurd. In fact, that's what we can do now, right? What is the irony? Is it that I start my own channel and the first thing I do is go back and be like, look what I did at Sorare Data. But let's see, you can even tell the thumbnails are all better now, I think. But there was one, let's see, overpriced U23s. Look at that. Look at that. Ansu Fati, overpriced U23s. I remember people gave us so much crap for including him. But anyway, let's see. Where was the 500 is the new 400? Look at that. 2 years ago, we were talking about how you were going to have to score 500 points. And now everybody's all up in arms. So rare in 5 years. I bet we should watch that one since we're only 2 years in. But where's here we go. Building a $250 ETH threshold team for March. So before I go any further, because I've picked up that there are a lot of new people who are watching or who have joined So Rare, like new in the last year, let's call it. So there was a time where there was an all-star rare competition where if you scored 205 points, you won 0.01 ETH, and 250 points, you won 0.02 ETH. And you could use a common card that had a 50% point penalty. So like if they scored 100, you only got 50. But they were just like giving money away. And so a lot of the content around that time or during that time was like, what's the cheapest way that you could buy enough cards to compete for the ETH threshold and never have to buy cards again and just like milk rewards for eternity? And, looking back, that's why we have in-season and classic. Anyway, so where were we? The lower threshold. Look at that. How to play for ETH thresholds. Just the how to play for ETH thresholds. Here it is, Peter. MLS for 2.5 ETH. And we were talking about rare cards. Rare cards. And then what this cheap Mbappe told us, the Mbappe rare was like $4,000. And we were like, man, what's happening to Mbappe? So yeah, it was stuff like that. And then, oh my God, rabbit hunting. How about that? Those were my first solo streams. How about that? Anyway, volunteers, congrats on the solar venture. Thank you very much. Charlie, start of a new era. Good luck. Looking forward to tuning in tonight. I mean, it might be tonight somewhere. Burger, on my way back from Fulham Spurs, seeing the real American GOAT. Glad I can catch the start of this new chapter. JD91, that intro is fire. It's the same music, and really, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Are we going to say this is Mulak, MU11AC? New Laird, same wooden chair. That is true. That is true. I shared that with, let's see, legend and OG members of my Patreon. They got a little behind the scenes of what this room looks like, or at least looked like on Friday after my stream. And then, yeah, I took a picture of my chair. Manuel, what's up? Sorare Samurai. So when is the food talk starting? It'll get there. It'll get there. Root cores, excuse me. I always read that as roto cores for some reason. Maybe because like roto sports was always like a thing, roto wire, rotisserie sports, but I don't know. Redder Den, what's up? Is this the blue from the testers on the wall in front of you? Oh, I see what you're saying. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, testers. It's not. It's not. But it might be close. Andy said, how do we feel about baseball getting the best card editions of all time without question or dispute? So if you guys have not seen this, and Andy might be right, and this isn't like my kind of thing, but Sorare MLB just came out with they had actually announced that they were going to do these Tokyo Series cards. But this is what they look like. And like, these are like actual Sorare cards that look like this to celebrate the Tokyo Series, which is the start of the season. And they're pretty cool. I'm not like, they're really, really cool. Charlie said, my logo for the Sorare with Laird logo, giving away Sig and Tosu vibes, which like fits right into the Japanese series here. But like, let's get some J League cards that look like this. They're sweet. Like it's like a combination of like the newly launched cards, which will already be expensive. And then like they have these. Is it just limiteds or is it rares too? I'm glad you respect my privacy. Are they even on the market? What's today? The 17th. Oh, they're supposed to launch today, right? I thought MLB was supposed to launch today. But anyway, yes, Andy, I think they're pretty awesome and would love to see more of those. I think we'd all love to see some more of that stuff. Don Q, good afternoon. Hello. Sorare Samurai, big tip for everyone. New missions can be completed through the common mode of Best of Sorare if you don't have the types of cards required. I didn't see what today was. So we'll see. Toby Alexander, Chomachez checking in. Thank you guys. Chris Holt, tempted to pop my Discord cherry. Okay. All right. We're getting closer. Hoodwink, afternoon. Can't stay to watch live as the missus is literally just home from a weekend in Venice. So better give her some attention. Looking forward to watching back. Good luck. So Hoodwink, you're a true man who is, welcoming his wife back from a trip that she took to Italy, apparently without her husband. But I feel like there's this little bit of like, hey, you just went off and did what you wanted to do. And maybe I can do what I want to do, which might be watching this show. But I don't know. Let's see. Toby said, once it hits 01, you're late. Is that seconds, Toby, or is that minutes? Fabio, are you ready for the Jersey Mint Day on Sorare? I saw that announcement as well. For those of you who did not, they're doing special edition Jersey Mints now, which is infuriating for somebody who like collects Jersey Mints and won't get any of these special edition. I mean, I could go buy them now, but the fact that like they're making a bigger deal about Jersey editions, which I don't even like them calling them Jersey editions, but I get it. Special editions with a special design twist, 50 points for your collection score, coming Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. And I think they're J League, K League, and something else. But yeah, it's like, come on. Whoop, sorry. Like, guys, I have these already. Manuel said, I subscribed on Patreon, not because of the giveaway, but because of the awesome company your videos and yourself have made the past 2 years. Love the shows. However, as I'm on Patreon now, I'd love to suggest that you make a show or some minutes to make a top 5 of celebration cards. Oh, I could do that. That's easy. Paying customers now. Customers always right. So actually, speaking of the, where was I going with that? I was going to say, like, obviously everybody should. Oh, that's right. So the giveaway. So as part of the launch of this channel, I decided to give away the 4 in-season Challenger limited collections that I had put together during Christmas time and then have been using a little bit. They're in lineups this game week. And it was Genk, Ghent, Utrecht, and Sparta Rotterdam. And so the idea, and I talked about this on Friday, there's a post about it and everybody can see it on Patreon. I've been tweeting about it. But basically every 50 people that joined, I was going to use the wheel of names, shout out to Jimmer, to decide who won. And depending on which tier membership that you had, you got more entries if you had the higher tier, whatever. So the one thing that I planned on doing, and admittedly, I'm going to throw Patreon under the bus here, but it's probably my fault. But it was very difficult to get everybody's Sorare names. And some of the people who signed up, I know who they are. And so I know what their Sorare names are. But the tricky thing with using Patreon is it basically doxes you in the sense that most people sign up like with their email or with their real names and stuff like that. And not everybody who is on Sorare wants their names to be known. And I respect that. That's fine. I'm obviously the opposite. I literally called this channel my exact name. But I was going to do the giveaway today, the first 2 giveaways, because we've reached 100, at least 100, either supporter, OG, or legend tier members. But I really didn't want to use everybody's names. And just like I have them because they're in Patreon, but I felt uneasy using everyone's name and like real name. And so over the next, today and tomorrow, I'm going to try to get everybody's Sorare handle so that I can use that in the wheel of names in order to pick it. Because what I don't want to do is kind of do this not in front of you guys and may have people think oh, I can't, where's the transparency in the giveaway? And so again, I had planned on doing it today. Thankfully, it's the international break. It's not like we have a contest coming up. Maybe there are some international guys in there. I don't even know. So my apologies for not doing that today, but I thought it was more important to not to use everybody's real name. And you can, if you're not cool with that, I am sorry, but I wouldn't really be cool with everybody being like, oh, and not that you could connect the name and the Sorare handle, but it just didn't feel right. Simple as that. And so I will get to it, but if you have joined the Patreon as one of the paid members, I will probably be reaching out to you just to make sure that I know what your Sorare name is so that you can participate in this giveaway. Okay, sorry. I knew that, I wanted to get that out early just because. Philly Dilly, what's up? Matty Boy, thank you for coming in. Ryan Walter, pros and cons of late swap. Yeah, 2 years ago, pros and cons of late swap. How about that? Don Q said, did you set alarms yet to hunt for your beloved jersey mints after that Sorare announcement? No, I don't plan on buying any more cards right now. I don't plan on buying jersey mints just because they're there. Agent Cooper said, seeing as there's no topic, can we talk about the best player on Sorare right now? And he's in contender, Canales. I sold him a few months ago due to a lack of peak scores. He is not the best player on Sorare. However, of course, the best player is in contender. Of course. Haber said, your Patreon link isn't actually a clickable link in the description. Well, that's annoying. I'll fix that. Thank you for pointing that out, Haber. That's weird, though. Speaking of Patreon, Sam Ty in the house. Looking for food. Alex Combs. Sorry, I'm still like welcoming everyone. Andreas Longard. Friend. Oh, Zorro. Nice overlays. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, these MLB cards are pretty cool. Huggy said, I'd do some bad things for a Sho Sasaki and Osako special card. I bet. Does it feel any different so far? Halligan is asking me. No. Well, that's not true. That's not true. This part doesn't feel any differently. Obviously, there's blue all around me instead of green. I moved my desk back a little bit so you guys could see all my cool cards back there. They were really not that cool at all. But this part feels the same. And I hope it does for you guys, because that was sort of the point. Toby said, I get the whole first minute to myself when this stream starts. Thank you, Toby. Hoodwink said, you're right. Passed Mark over to her and stream is on. Great advice already on episode 1. David Alves, what's your opinion of starting limited auctions at €2? Is that where they are? What did they used to be? Hold on. Let me claim. Score 1 goal with a French championship player. All right, I'll claim that. And, oh, great. I had an error led to goal. Who did I have that had an error led to goal? Let's find out. I got a notification about somebody that got an error led to goal. Oh, was it Lars Unnerstall? No, that was just 3 goals conceded. I know I got a notification that Gabriel. Oh, there you go. Federico Bernardeschi already paying off. Let's go. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, the market. Sorry. The auctions. I know the instant buys were at like €2, but these are. So they went up to, yeah, it's now $2.11. And look at this. All of these, no bids. 3 of the last 5. So it looks like a mistake for me. Why would you, like, if you're going to have more unbid? And the problem is that Sorare need the auctions, at least early on. Once they have a few, it's probably fine. But like the auctions are supposed to help set the instant buy price. And if auctions are going unbought, but the instant buys are also still $2, what are we doing here? Pranksy Plays, what's up? Do free entries get an entry to the giveaway? They do not. Ben McCann, what's up, Laird? Watch all the time, but first time making it live. Get in, Ben. Let's go. Let's go. Alex said, can we talk about food instead of all the ways? Excuse me. Can we talk about food instead, like all the ways to correctly and incorrectly cook rice? I'm a bit taken aback here, not because of the question. My mom is actually very bad at making rice, and I don't feel bad saying that because she's like very open about it. But the incorrectly way to cook rice, is that like because you like open the pot? I'm assuming you're not using a rice maker, but I guess you could. Alex, we might have to go down that path. You're right. 20 minutes saying hello should feel different. I guess that does feel different. You're right. You're right. Speaking of which, what's up, Fripp? We can't see Gil anymore, though. Oh, yeah. Neither can anyone who has his cards because he absolutely sucks now. But there he is. You're right. I guess I could move over a little bit. Don Q said, I see Gil has been demoted as a showpiece on your stream. Hashtag the dust is real. What a line. The dust is real. Germ said, shout out to Daniel. Welcome, new Laird. Missed it for 20 minutes. We haven't even really started yet. Rowan said, I think not dumping limiteds on the primary market for cents is brilliant. I mean, I get it, but like, we want them for cheap. Not even admission will get you to buy a K-League card then. I own K-League cards, all right? Why do I have 2 boxes? I apparently won 2 boxes last game week and forgot to open them. I jumped out so quickly after my stream. Well, not so quickly because I did a video right after. But let me just collect my 2 essence here. Oh, look at that. 3 essence total. Nowhere close. Oh, well. Anyway. I completed the Arrowhead to Go quest before I even got one. Think it was bugged. Maybe it counted the midweek. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'll just click it. I don't know. I'm just not in the routine yet of checking. The Mediterranean assist. Get an assist from a player representing Turkey or Italy in any of your lineups. Okay. Like that. Like, I guess I'll look and I'll be like, okay, I got it. And I'm still waiting to see the one that I'll actively try to get. I guess said, well, this feels all shiny and new. It does feel new. Major NFT said used to be 56 cents in the US. It'll make collections more expensive. Yeah. Sorare Samurai said, did you see that if you claim the hot streak before getting opted below the target, you get the cash? I did see that that you get it, like you can claim it as soon as you hit it. That's the MLS hot streak. So why not? Toby said, I think way too many cards will not sell now. Definitely losing money on changing the lowest bid on auctions. Yeah. It's one of those that like, is selling thousands of cards for 56 cents worth it? Maybe. Alex said wash your rice, which, yeah, that's part of how you make rice. Sora Soul said triple wash. Hell yeah. Haggis said just get a rice cooker. Is your mom watching the stream? She's probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't check in on her stream viewing habits. Rice talk before pineapple talk. Oh, you're right. Joshua said, did we get an explanation for the choice of blue? Also, everyone wash your rice. Is this like, do people not wash their rice? I don't get it. So the blues are the 2 colors, the 2 blues that are used in the Villanova logo. Villanova is the university I went to, and I have extreme pride in it. And so these are the 2 blues that are used. And the pink is just because I like the pink. Aurelian added it, and I was like, oh, that hits. Let's do that. Actually, can I show the other ones that let's see. Maybe I'll save this for the Patreon members. That seems like exactly what I should be doing, right? You don't let everybody have it. Oh, it's somewhere else. I'll do that later. Anyway. Ace Pair said it looks like somebody forgot a 0 in the auctions, 0.0011, not 11 for those of you who use that, as opposed to 0001. That would be kind of funny if that was the case. That chair you're sitting in is diabolical. Is your back okay? So actually, I don't even sit back on it most of the time. Like right now, I try to sit up straight, and so my back is not actually against the chair. And then sometimes I'll slouch back for a second, but then I'll pop up. I don't sit in this chair all day. It's literally just for the streams. And I had a cushion on it for a while. Harry Trades gave me a really hard time because he knew about the chair, and he gave me a hard time that I didn't even have a cushion on it. And the problem was that the cushion I had, which I got at IKEA, shout out Sorare Scandinavia, it was like bigger than the seat on the chair. So it like went over the front of it, and I can't remember if it made like a weird sound or I just like kept having to like move it, and it like moves on the chair, and it just wasn't that comfortable. And so I took it off. And I don't know, like I see people with their like big gaming chairs. They're all cool sitting back. Like, let's remember something. I like to move. And so like I go outside as much as I can. I like to get my steps in. And so sitting in a chair that's like designed to be sat in for 12 to 18 hours is just not my brand, right? Like I can't it's the I would argue that one of the biggest problems that we face in life is our lack of movement and the fact that we have chairs that are like, no, no, no. You will enjoy sitting in this chair for 20 straight hours. I'm like, that's not, we shouldn't be doing that. And so this chair kind of gets me up. And I still haven't ruled out the standing desk possibility. I don't have one yet, but and once you go to standing desk, now you're like, oh man, should I get a walking pad? Like, could you imagine if I was just like streaming with you, walking on a pad, like a walking pad, and everything's the same, but I just happen to be standing and getting my steps in. And I don't know, it's just healthier for me. The more streams that you want out of me in life, and the more energy that you want in these streams, not that I'm like a high energy guy, but you gotta get treat yourself right. And so sitting in a chair that has like a headrest and like the armrests and the lumbar support and like maybe a footrest, like I don't need that when I'm here. Sean said, feels like they increased the minimum prices because collection bonuses are missions now. Ooh, that's some nice tin foil hat theories. Love that. Toby said he didn't know you had to wash rice. Oh, guys, what is the rare minimum bid? It used to be $5. I don't know what it is now. If there are any that have no bids on them. Here we go. Yeah, 557. So like that didn't even change. Now limiteds are basically just like rares are 2x the limiteds. Topsy said, how often is this chat eating rice? Looking for food. I didn't wash rice at university there. I said it. I don't eat rice every day. I don't even think I eat it every week, but I like it. Don Q said, I'm one of those people that doesn't wash their rice. Volunteer said, my U23 rare Division 1 lineup is in third place, 0.02 points behind second. Is that about as close as you could come? I think you could come within 0.01. So no, it's not the close. T said, washing rice is a sin. I mean, it's literally how will you wash it? How does washing rice do that boiling it won't? Well, you're just boiling it in the dirt from the rice. Alex said, batch cooking teriyaki chicken and rice for lunch 5 days a week. Shout out meal prep. Let's go. Harry Trades and I will do meal prep content one day for sure. In fact, I shared some of my meal prep in the Sorare with Laird Discord today. Big batch of pancakes for my kids. They'll eat them all week. Let's go. Alex said it removes all the excess starch. Yeah, but it's also just like, and the arsenic. I knew Tuggy was a rice washer. Joshua said most grocery store rice has a lot of gunk and extra starch. Washing it away is better for digestion too. Yeah. What does everyone think about reheating rice? Dangerous or not? Why would reheating rice be dangerous? Tuggy said, very dangerous to reheat rice. Don't you make fried rice with leftover rice that's not hot? That would be reheating it. Scozer said, you are all freaks, potatoes or nothing. Quinny sent me another one of those, like, I don't even know what his name is. Some Irish potato guy on TikTok. And my God, he is hilarious. Toby said, gaming chairs are pretty terrible. Office chairs are a lot better. I have an office chair that I use. I actually don't even like it either. I don't know. I just can't sit that long. Like these streams are literally the longest I'll sit all day. Joshua said reheated rice is fine as long as it's just 1 day old. Anything more than that is just make fried rice or something. MC Sorare said, I've been reheating rice my whole life and haven't died yet. Scozer said, when the fuck did eating rice become a life or death situation? Oh my God. Sora Samurai said, somehow I've never eaten rice in my 19 years of life ever. All right. First off, you're 19 years old. My God, your whole life ahead of you, and you're here watching this stream. Thank you for doing that. And that's wild. Where do you live that you would have never had rice? Ryan Dina wasn't expecting to watch the first new show and to be feeling this hungry for rice. Oh, good question, Holty. Is Sorare Samurai an actual samurai? Mike said, do I need to ask my local takeaway if they wash rice before I use it to soak up the beer? Looking for food bulgogi rice? Beef and rice tonight? I don't know what that is. Bulgogi? Bulgogi? Korean beef? My God, that looks good. I would eat that. Sorry, I realized I was looking at that by myself. Looking for food. I get it now. I get why you're... David Alves said, in Portugal, I don't think anyone washes their rice. It looks like an American thing. I don't think it's an American thing. Simo roasted duck goes well with rice. It does, but let's remember, quinoa is where it's at with the roasted duck. Sora Samurai will be changing the name. Sorry if I insulted the samurai name. We're not, nobody's calling you out on it. Tuggy, who is basically a scientist, said if you keep rice out at room temperature for too long, the bacteria multiplies a lot. But what about just in your, like in the refrigerator? Sora Samurai said the samurai part is because my name is Sam Aha. Sam Aha. Not for my love of Asian culture. You don't have to justify it to us. I go by Lairdinho, and I'm not a lick Brazilian. Manicurist chairs are the best. Could you imagine me just laying down, like, just like, and doing streams? Herman Miller chair. There was what was the... Yeah, I don't need these. What do we really? Like, you know what these remind me of? Like, I used to work in finance, like in big investment at big investment banks, and like these are the chairs we all had. Like, I just feel depressed looking at these chairs because I remember my jobs back then. But there was one Zarchi Poo sent me. Oh man, what is it? I got ads on Instagram for them, and I have my phone right here, so I'm sure I'll get them later now that I'm speaking about it out loud. But he sent me a company that looked like they had really nice ones. I never ended up buying one because I don't know why, because I got another one for much cheaper. But I don't know. There's the birthday boy, Quinny in the house. If anybody has not subscribed to Quinny 3001 on YouTube, shame on you. But if you're ever going to make up for it, do it today. Go over there. Become a member of the Quinny community because we should all. Brown said, isn't Haber 19 years old as well? Haber made a comment in a podcast I listened to recently. I don't remember who maybe it was a ramble. I don't know if he was on anything else, but he commented, no. It was on Twitter. It was on Twitter, and Haber drives. He was talking about the car he drives, but it was about how it feels like everybody drives with their brights on now because like headlights are so light. And he was like, I've been driving for 6 years and like, this is the worst it's ever been. And I was like, oh my God. He's so young. He's only been driving for 6 years. Now I got my license really late, my driver's license very late for people in America. Like usually they get them at like 16, 17. And I got mine at 19, I think. Maybe I was 18. But I was late because I grew up in a city and I walked everywhere and I didn't need a car. And most of the US, you need a car, and at least most geography wise. And yeah, when he said that, I was like, man, I am so old. New channel rebrand, Rice with Laird. Korean barbecue with Laird coming soon. I would like, Tuggy, I don't think I've ever, if I've had it, I don't think I knew that's what it was called. Bulgogi? I don't know. Man, I could do so much Korean barbecue content. Maybe my future's on the Food Network here in the US. Not really. I'm not very good at like describing why things are good. I just eat it and I'm like, man, that's really good. JD said, why do people not just buy Uncle Ben's 3-minute rice, 3 minutes in the microwave? I thought it was 1 minute rice. But anyway, it's not good. It's so much better. Yeah, here we go. Joshua says, definitely not an American thing. Everyone in Asia washes their rice. Yeah. Bacteria doesn't multiply quickly in cold temps. Come on, man, that's common knowledge. But I'm asking, like, we make such a big deal, like, oh, you got to use rice right away. But like, who's leaving rice out? Not in, like, who leaves food out, not in a refrigerator for days? Jao said people wash rice in Portugal. So Brian Walter asking Peter, how many special edition Messies does a Herman Miller chair cost? We've gone from meals to Herman Miller chairs. I love it. Love it. Samurai couldn't have enjoyed the Gary V boom if he wanted to. Yeah. Also, everyone who said they're 18, 19 is definitely younger than that. Korean fried chicken is the best. It's really good. Oh, it's just Ben's now, huh? Best rice is rice pudding. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. All right. I finally caught up to the chat. I was so far behind. We've talked more rice than Sorare today. But maybe that was the point of this channel, right? Rice pudding with a wee spoonful of jam, my granny's go-to. It sounds like a granny thing to eat. Of course, Tuggy likes it. Of course. Not that rice pudding is bad, but like, I don't know. Man, I am so hungry now. So rice. Look at that. Mike and Alex, same time. Both of you with the capital R's too. I would love to get a rice sponsorship. This segment is brought to you by Ben's 3-minute rice. Josh said bread pudding is better than rice pudding. I like how I was hesitant to like branch off on things non-Sorare related. Not really. Like that was obviously the point of the channel, but how quickly we got to food. And that's what you guys want to talk about. Tom said, so is this what we can expect from the channel going forwards? Rice and chairs? Maybe. There are no rules here. But Tom, I think you can at least agree that it makes more sense for me to be doing this conversation as my channel and not as like a Sorare data show, right? Like we'd have this whole rice conversation and someone would be like, what's the best way to cook rice? And I'd be like, whoa. Let's use the matchups page. But that wouldn't have made any sense. I just opened my MLB boxes I was saving and I got a card. What did you get? Anything good, Surface? I still have 17 boxes, like MLB boxes to open. Maybe I'll do an MLB stream. I was going to do one to talk about all the changes, and I actually wanted to. I want to watch. I started the Sorare FP stream from last week with K-Lamp, Hunter, John, and Damien. John and Damien are from Sorare, and they were talking about all this stuff. I was trying to watch it like before the stream, and they started going down this like talking about energy and all this stuff. And I was like half listening, and I was like, I can't half listen to this. And so I will go back and do that because I think what they did for MLB could absolutely work in football, or at least work in the sense that they will implement it. And so I think it'll be important for us to understand that. Rich said, I wish I could wash my Sorare gallery instead of washing my rice. Samurai said, I was that young that when I discovered Sorare, I couldn't even deposit any money, even if I could afford it, as there were no cash deposits, and I wasn't old enough for a crypto wallet. I didn't know you had to be a certain age for a crypto wallet. Isn't that the point of crypto? Anybody can do it. What membership tier is the Braveheart watch along on? Tuggy nailed it here. We got an international break next game week. Fuck Sorare. This is the important shit. So is swearing. Apologies for swearing if you're listening to this with your kids. Eduardo Rodriguez Rare. Well, congrats on your card, Surface. Don Q said, Messi missing the Argentina games due to discomfort, saving himself for MLS. You love to see it. It would be perfect if the sponsorship was from Declan Rice. Would be cool to have pick scores for dinner options. Ooh. Yeah, that would be cool. Hey, Eagle, MLB new cards for Tokyo are fire. Yeah, we led with that. How about that? New era, new show, and we're leading with MLB. Which rice cooking method is AAA pick score? The right way to do it. I use a pot. Like, I don't use a rice cooker, but I understand why people use rice cookers, because rice can be a little finicky if you don't know what you're doing. Really, similar to Sorare, you just need to have some patience. And if you don't, you're going to just screw everything up. Tom said, as long as my membership allows me to partake in food conversations, the Sorare side is honestly a bonus. Well, we love to hear that. Sora Vigo, I do not have a Sorare data discount code because I think people should pay for full price. So find some footballers to do this content with. Next week, cooking with Ki Sung Yang. That seems like something Nellis should do, but maybe Sorare can hook me up. Matchups page, basmati rice versus noodles. Which percentage of clean plates? Man, what are we doing? Sorry for bringing up Sorare. That's good. That's a great name of a show. Holty said, bread pudding, it is in World War II. We're not on rations. Johanneton talking shit about international breaks is wild. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Johanneton lives for international breaks. Can anyone see the MLB market right now? Let's look. Oh, that's NBA. Sorare MLB returns in no time. Remind me, subscribed, market, auctions. Let's go. Stroman, Walker, Bueller, Andres Jimenez, and Masson Wynn, who I've never heard of. I'm sure he's very important. Those are the first 4 cards. Can you even see Stroman's eyes? Oh, yeah, you can. What do you guys think of the designs? Like, they're obviously very similar to the football ones. I kind of like this like clear part. It is a little awkward since they're all kind of like putting their hands by their crotch, and it looks like maybe they're not wearing pants. But I think the cards are cool. And I remember like everyone, like the biggest complaint I heard about the football cards was like this this vertical kind of, what is this called? It's not a banner, but whatever it's called. People didn't like that it went all the way down. They thought it took up too much space. Like, let's see here. Yeah, like how it goes all the way down. And I kind of like that the new ones don't, that they cut them off. I think it's cool. So yeah, market's open. Let's go. Let's go. Boil in bag rice is AAA. I've never once tried to do that. Why are the Knicks foam fingers doing the Suarez celebration thing? It's Jalen Brunson. Let me see if I can get a picture. But you're right. I guess it is similar to the. Like this is what it looks like. It's like. But you're right. I guess it is close to the Suarez one. Bread pudding or baseball? Probably baseball for me. I mean, I like bread pudding. It's fine, but the 2025 in the ball is nice. Oh, I didn't even notice. In the ball. Oh, we got a few more coming. The 2025. Oh, in like the logo up here. Yeah, that is cool. It's funny because the football cards now just have like 24-25. It doesn't say like 2025. The blurred out crotch is an interesting design choice. I kind of like it. The bulge blur, yeah. Some of them must be packing for them to be blurred out. Don Q said Suarez uses 2 fingers, no? Is it like this? I don't know what he does. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's what that is. More dexterity in the thumb. I don't know. I like it. And Jalen Brunson's my favorite player. So there's that. I wonder actually. I don't think he is. Right here is an autograph. Right there is an autographed signed basketball for one of the Villanova teams from a couple years ago, but I don't think Brunson's on there. Darren Hilliard's on there, and so Brunson's probably too young. But you guys can't even see it. I got to work on that. There's like a lot of cool stuff on that shelf now, including all of these baseball cards I have that I think I'll go through one day. This stream going until the next one starts. It's definitely not. No, it's not. I think most of these will probably still stay, in the hour range. But we'll see. We'll see. Don Q said, "Are you planning on buying new MLB cards?" I have a balance on Sorare right now that I don't know what I'm spending it on, if anything. And I think I'm fairly certain I'm gonna treat MLB the same way I treated the like football when the in-season stuff started. Like the new MLB gameplay is heavily pushing you towards in-season. And I have a lot of classic cards that I've won over the years. Like I bought a lot of cards in season 1 and basically have bought like 1 or 2 since then. And it's an I really like the MLB gameplay. I didn't play in season last year. Real like I maybe had a lineup by the end of the season, but I will see kind of like where prices are and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Samurai said you should swap the shelves around. The basketball is better than just boxes. I agree. I actually I set that up and then I sat down and I was like, oh, that looks. I know, like it's almost supposed to look terrible because again, it's like supposed to show off how I treat my physical cards. But we'll see. But good call. I like that. Maybe I'll just do that later. I don't really have much on the shelf behind me. Those are 3 autographed books, personalized autographed books, and then some binders that have more cards in them. I was gonna like pretend that this was becoming like a collectibles channel, but we'll see. And you can't even see that awesome Hank Aaron autograph card there because the light is shining off of it. I got that card. Hold on. I got this card in a pack once, back when that was crazy. 2,500, one of 2,221 of 2,500, and I was like, wow, that card is. I'm going to be a millionaire. Hank Aaron, former all-time home run leader. Anyway, what's the go-to these days when meeting a celebrity? A signature or a selfie? Certainly a selfie. Who the hell wants that? Lily Pad Gaming. Anyone ever had boil in the bag chicken wings? I remember them from childhood, but never seen them in years. Wingdings, I think they were called. Tasty too. Tuggy said, "Yeah, the chicken or pork chop cooking bags. Isn't that like just sous vide?" Agent Cooper said, "I think I saw your balance later in your last stream, just under an ETH, wasn't it? I hope you're saving it to go all in on contender in season for the next European season." I don't play European cards in contender. Get out of here with that. Ryan Dino, would you like to write a book? No. Need to run a March Madness bracket for fun. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, totally. Totally do that. How did Larry's events go over the weekend? So let's see what you guys all think about this. Sam's going to ghostwrite my book. Well, now you can't. We told everyone. The hell would people want to hear from me? Says the guy who streams every day. Anyway, so my son was in a basketball tournament this weekend. We had to drive like 2 hours there. We stayed over in a hotel Friday night and Saturday night. It's me, my wife, and my 3 kids in one hotel room. There was a king-size bed, a pull-out couch, and then we had an air mattress. That's how we can fit. And the king-size bed and the pull-out couch were like foot to foot. There was no, and then they called it a suite because it had a full-size American refrigerator. It had a 2-burner stove, a sink, a dishwasher. Completely unnecessary for a hotel room this small. And then, so our air mattress was like in the hallway, which like, had there been a fire, we would have had to like jump over the air mattress. But anyway, his first game was Friday night at 8:30. We got back to our hotel at like 10:30, which is kind of a bummer when you have a 7-year-old. For anyone who has a 7 or younger, it's not a great time to get back to a hotel room. He then played at 1:30 on Saturday. So he lost his game on Friday by 1 point, 55-54. Hannigan, my son is not Larry Laird, but in an effort not to dox him, I call him Larry. It was actually, I think PSU fans too came up with that. But anyway, so they played at like 1:30-ish on Saturday, and they won that game. And because they won that game, they played at 7:40 that night. Now, had they lost the 1:30 game, they would have played at 6:30 instead of 7:40. So we're playing the 7:40 game against a team that my son's team had already played twice this season and is like 15 minutes away from, like, the towns are 15 minutes away. These were like town travel teams. And so we traveled 2 hours to go to Rhode Island to play a team 2 towns over from us normally. So we played 7:40. The winner of that game would have to play at 4:30 the following day. 16:30 for people who tell time like Quinny. The loser would play at 12:30. Now, granted, that Sunday game was the last one. So like basketball the sports tournaments, youth tournaments are exhausting. You sleep in a hotel room with like your whole family. Nobody sleeps well. You're eating just like out all the time, which like sounds fun until you realize it's really not. But anyway, so the 7:40 game starts, and we know, and the other team knows, that if whoever wins has to play at 4:30 the next day, which means they're probably not getting home until like 7-8 o'clock on Sunday night after being gone all day Friday, or it's half of the day Friday, all day Saturday. So both teams want to lose, but it's still competitive basketball. Like, you don't want to lose, but you're kind of like, if we lost, it's not that bad. So again, winner plays at 4:30 on Sunday, loser plays at 12:30. So 12:30, like, check out of your hotel by 11, you drive over to the court, play your game, go home. 4:30, it's like you have to check out of your hotel, then you like go out to lunch, and then you still have like 2 or 3 hours to kill. And sorry, while I'm doing this, I just happen to have the MLB auctions on my screen, and I just watched them all individually disappear. Anyway, very exciting game, 2 very good teams. All of a sudden, I think my son's team was down down 2 with like a couple seconds left, and they tie it. So we're going to overtime. And one of the officials from the tournament comes over to both coaches. Now I'm like an assistant coach on his team, but like I'm there while this tournament official comes over and tells them that the opponent for the 4:30 game dropped out. They heard 4:30 the following day and they were like, fuck it, we're not playing. We want to go home. And so now the winner of the game, which is going into overtime, whoever wins the game is done. Like they could do whatever they want. They could go home that night. It was already like almost 9 o'clock. So we were like, we're not going to go home. But it was like, you got nothing to do tomorrow, or loser, you play at 12:30. And yeah, Toby's just right. Exactly right. Suddenly the game becomes incredibly competitive. The coaches are screaming at, like, it was so funny because it's not like, again, the kids don't care. They all want to win. But you could definitely feel like an intensity level like rise as they were like, oh, winner doesn't have to stay till 4:30 anymore. And my son's team ended up winning in overtime. And yeah, we came home yesterday. It was great. Germ said, so Larry went out and purposely shot over 300 to secure the L in early final game. Every parent's dream. I actually, before the game, was saying, like, I would have loved if he had a great game and they lost. I didn't say this to him. Maybe I did say it to him. But they ended up winning and it was fine. Mike said, Pee-wee match fixing. You could have bloody told us. We could have rinsed the bookies. And also, just as I'm sitting here, the Willie Adames unique card has now been put on the market. Anyway. Josh said, good thing Larry has the Mamba mentality and made sure they'd win, right? Yeah. Went from no stakes to Wagyu. That's a great line, Germ. Oh, so Alex said, so it sounds like the South Park episode where they keep playing softball and winning because the other kids hate it. I thought it was that both teams wanted to lose, or maybe that's what it was, that both teams wanted to lose. But we brought that up before the game because the other coach was like, well, it's just like South Park. But anyway, so it was a success. It was nice. Got home yesterday. And yeah, I'm glad to be home. And I felt bad, to be honest, doing Friday's stream with this announcement that, like, I don't work for Sorare Data anymore. I'm going to do my own channel. Here's a Patreon. I would love for everybody who wants to support the content to do that, or wants any additional content to go join the Patreon, which is at patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. And then I just left. Like, I got in the car and I drove for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it was. And I felt bad because I had a lot of people like reaching out to me, either like surprise or congratulating me or whatever. And I was getting all of the like notification, like the emails of people signing up. And I'll be completely honest. I was talking to my wife about it and I was like, it was like positively overwhelming. And seeing how many people appreciate the content that I've done over the years and are willing to support that content moving forward was like, it was incredible to watch. And all I was watching was people joining, and it just meant so much to me, genuinely. And I had no idea that today's show would be dominated by whether you should wash your rice or not, which you should, but it was the perfect example of like why this is a thing now, why there's a community of people who happen to play Sorare, but sometimes want to talk about other things. And I hope this is just the start of something really huge. Genuinely. That's all I'm going to talk about today by myself, but I'll be back in like 2 hours for those of you who are watching live. And for those of you who are watching back, thank you for doing that. Enjoy the next episode. And as a reminder, that one is going to be with me, Gator Guy, Peter Stoyanov, and M-Pen. And we're going to talk about a few different things. Peter even looked at some of the math about MLS hot streaks. And M-Pen will do his traditional victory lapping of Sorare implementing ideas that he wrote about 2 or 3 years ago. And I don't know why Keith is here. I'm sure he'll say something smart, though. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. Go over to patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. Join that community. We have 2 more collections to give away once we hit 150 and 200, either supporter, OG, or legend tier members, and we'll get those away. So anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming, and remember to go outside.